Hello everyone, today is October 4th, Friday, 2024. Hope everyone had a good week. Hope everyone's gonna have a good weekend this weekend. I'm going out of town to go visit a family member for their birthday. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna go hike the West Virginia mountains. Should be a good time. I hope everyone's safe, stay safe out there. I hope everyone stays prepared for what is coming. We are going to be raptured at any second, any given time. We will be flying home. I expected it to almost already happen. It has to happen before October 31st. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If it doesn't happen by then, we're going to have to wait till all right next year. It has to happen during Rosh Hashanah and the Feast of Trumpets. It has to happen at the end of September to the end of October. That's the window that we have to get through. God is very organized in what he does. He has the feast for a reason, and everything's executed perfectly. I always say he's like a fine-tuned Swiss watch. Everything runs perfectly and smoothly at all times. He wrote the end to the beginning backwards, so there's no tricks, nothing Lucifer or any of us can pull. He already wrote the end to the beginning. So what all really good authors do, they always write the end and go backwards all the way to the middle of the beginning. Especially a mystery novelist, thriller novelist, they always go end backwards. It's always the way they write the best books. You don't get tripped up. You can get as complex as you want. You're not going to stumble. Anyways, today I want to talk about the mark of the beast. It is going to be the worst time ever experienced in the history of man. It is going to go to the last 3.5 years of tribulation. It's going to be called the Great Tribulation, because that's when the mark starts. Right when the Antichrist goes to the temple in Israel and mocks God and calls himself the Lord, the mark of the beast will start. I believe the mark of the beast will start before then, but they won't push it on people until after the first 3.5 years are up. I believe the mark of the beast, like I said yesterday, the precursor to it was the snake bite. And if you look at the data across this country and the world, it proves that my point perfectly. And what the mark of the beast really is the chip of the beast. It's going to be a chip. Everybody knows that. It's going to be inside the chip. It's going to have a symbiotic nanotechnology, Nephilim reptilian DNA strands in the nanotech. And as soon as it inserts in your hand or forehead, the reason why they insert it in your hand or forehead is that's where the most consistent heat is from the bodies, in the middle of the forehead in the right hand. That's where it's always the warmest of the body. It's the most consistently warmest part of the bodies. And the chip runs on your temperature of your body. That's what keeps it going. It energizes itself based on your body temperature. So that's why it's on your forehead or your right hand. And it's amazing that that's in the Bible, because that technology wasn't even known until the last 40 years. And it's just amazing how prophecy after prophecy is fulfilled in the Bible. It's never wrong, it's always right. Hundreds and hundreds of prophecies already been fulfilled in the Bible, and you can read Tribulation right now and it's going perfectly. Like, Israel's already surrounded. It's already fighting Lebanon right now. Iran's getting in the mix now. Everything, which Iran's Persia, everything's happening perfectly. Daniel's 70 weeks ending on October 31st. And that's why I'm so sure the rapture has to happen by then. It has to. And what would be cooler than having the rapture on Halloween? That'll show who the true Christians are, because the true Christians actually pray that night and stay inside, and they don't celebrate that crap. So it's a witch's holiday. It's the darkest night of the year, and all these so-called Christians have skeletons and all these all these hexed items in their yard or inside their house that are actually hexed and cursed by witches in the manufacturing plants and in the marine kingdom that manufactures these skeletons, these ghouls, even the candy. All candy in this country and world has spells and hexes and curses put on them by witches while they're being produced, and afterwards, after the product's already ready to go in boxes, there'll be another witch or warlock that will go over that candy and put as many hexes, curses, and spells on it as possible. That's how demented and sick and dark this world really is. And so many people are so gullible and dumb, they don't even really know what's going on. And I don't see any preachers, any pastors, any apostles, any so-called priests talking about this when they should know this. It's their job. They lead a group of sheep of Christ. They're the shepherd for Christ. They don't know this stuff. It is their duty and obligation as a preacher, pastor, or priest, or whatever, whoever leads a flock, to know this stuff. Do their research. That none of them know it. They go to seminaries, a school which is called cemetery schools because there's no Holy Spirit in it. They tell you what to say. They tell you what to rebuttal on all the tough questions that they can't answer because they can't give you truth. And it's just sickening. It sickens me that people don't know this. This is the kind of knowledge that I need to spread to people as soon as possible. The marine kingdom, which are underwater kingdoms all across the world, they make all the makeup, they make all the candies, they make all the Nike products, all the sports products, anything that the fallen angels taught, the Watchers in the book of Enoch taught. It's all made in the marine kingdoms underwater. Very few of them are actually produced on these plants on Earth, but on the crust, on the human plants. I mean, look at all these plants and manufacturing factories and facilities in this world. There's no way they can produce as much items as they so-called say they do. There's no way, because they're really being produced underwater and off the world. The number one consumer product that Earth makes, that everyone in the universe wants, is baby clothes, believe it or not. Earth baby clothes are the most sought after thing next to human DNA in this universe, because all these humanoid aliens tend to be smaller in the size of our infants and children, and they wear all the clothes that we produce on this Earth and off and on planet in the marine kingdom. I say about 70% of everything manufactured on this Earth is manufactured in the marine kingdom, or at least it's taken there to be hexed, cursed, or spellbound in witchcraft of some sort. All of it. Nike, Microsoft, Google, they're all owned by Lucifer. All of them, everything. This is Lucifer's world. If it's manufactured, he created it, he put a hex and spell on it. Even the Christian music this day and age, as soon as they make the album, the CD, or the album, whatever, they put a curse and a hex on it, and they put witchcraft, subliminal messaging through the music of every song. It doesn't matter if it's Christian, satanic, metal, rock, pop. It doesn't matter. It's children music. It's all hex, cursed, and spellbound by witches and warlocks. Everything. That's why it's so important to plead the blood of Christ over everything you do, hear, and see. Everything. That's why it says, give me eyes, see, and ears to hear. Because as long as you're able to understand all the devil's tricks of the trade and how corrupt and evil this world really is, you can actually protect yourself, your friends, and family, and all your assets. Plead the blood of Christ over everything you own, over all your family members and loved ones. You have to do it continually, because Lucifer uses every trick of the trade to get a footing on your family and you, or any what way he can. You have to be on defensive every day, all day. It's a spiritual battle, guys. It doesn't end. There's no halftime show. You know, there's nothing. You have to keep going and going. You have to crucify your flesh at all times and have unshakable discernment and faith. I pray for that every day. I want truth in all things and unshakable faith and discernment, eyes, see, and ears to hear. I pray for that consistently through the day. And Christ will do it. He'll give you wisdom. He'll give you truth in all things. You just have to ask for it. He'll give you in your algorithm, or he'll give it to you in scripture, or he'll give it to you in life. You'll hear him talk through your heart. Not your mind, but your heart, your soul. He'll talk through it. That's how you know it's him. Lucifer talks through your mind. And the devils and warlocks, they all talk through your head. totally different feeling. You have to get sensitive and understand if it's Christ or the evil ones. You have to start getting the spiritual realm and start learning it. Because if you don't, you can't fight an enemy you know nothing about. That's what my job is to show you the keys to success fighting the spiritual world in the true dark world of the fallen ones, such as Lucifer. The Marine Kingdoms are very rarely talked about. I rarely see it on any websites, talk shows, or even the internet. The Marine Kingdom used to be all over the internet, and they scrubbed it around 2013 and 2017. They did 2 major scrubbings in those years to where I can't find 80% of the videos and websites I used to watch, because they were gold nuggets, man. Luckily, I absorbed a lot of it and saved a lot of it, but you know, there were so many gold nuggets. And most of the knowledge that I got are from small like channels that have maybe like 20 or 30 followings, because they shadow ban these people, and they shadow ban them on the internet. The people that have the less followers they have, probably the better the material. I hate to say it, but it's true. If someone has 1 million followers or even 100,000, I start worrying, because Google, YouTube, the internet, they want to allow someone who gives true anointing words in scripture and anointing messages. They're not going to give them a platform to speak. They're going to shadow ban them, take them out of all the algorithms, and strike them as much as they can. That's why I know I'm on the right path. I used to get thousands of hits every video I did on my last channel. My last 2 channels, they knocked them both down instantly. It's saying I'm only getting 30 or 20 views now, but I think I'm getting way more. I really do. And I hope I am, because I'm trying to get as many people to wake up and get enlightened through this knowledge as possible, because we're out of time. And I think a lot of people are going to be left behind. And I hope this video reaches people after we leave. We were not taken by aliens. We were not killed by the government. We were taken by Christ and his angels back to heaven, to our home. That's where we went, guys. Aliens didn't take us. We were taken by our Christ, our Lord, Yahshua, Yeshua ben David, Jesus, in the rapture. Anyways, the mark of the beast is going to be a chip, and it's going to go in your right hand or your forehead, all right? All these celebrities now are following so-called following Christ now, and they're born-again Christians, like Justin Bieber, Cardi B, who else? That brand guy. They're all witches and warlocks, guys. They all follow Kabbalah. You'll see them with the red string around their right hand or left hand. That means they're in their Kabbalah. They're Luciferian. That's what they teach. It's like the Talmud of Jews. It's very evil, very Luciferian. It's worshiping the fallen ones. That's what it is. They're agents of Satan, the synagogue of Satan. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. And these celebrities are becoming born-again Christians right now for one thing to do, so they can promote the chip. What better way to promote a chip than having a Christian celebrity do it? Saying, oh, it's all right. The chip's going to instantly cure MS, any kind of physical, any physical ailments, mental ailments, such as being blind, ADHD, autism. This chip's going to cure everything, guys, even paraplegics. It's going to cure everybody instantly. It is going to be the most miracle device ever created. It's going to be like an advanced Neuralink, pretty much. And it's just going to heal every ailment, spiritual and physical, or physical you can think of, not spiritual. And what it does is it spiritually locks you in for hell. Because as soon as you insert that chip in your body, that Nephilim DNA, that reptilian DNA, is in the nanotech that's in that chip. And as soon as it inserts your body, it's like a symbiotic relationship, like the movie Venom, how that black tar, that's black goo. That's exactly what is Venom. He's a black goo. Black goo is like antimatter in like a physical form. It's the most evil substance in the universe, guys. Black goo is so demonic and evil that they stored some of it under colleges in their scientific labs, top secret projects, and it caused so many nightmares, so many demonic entities going across campus, causing suicide, massive just chaos, ghosts everywhere, poltergeists. So they had to take all the black goo and take it off the college campuses and taking the deep MyLabs all across the world. A lot of the black goo is in Ukraine. The most evil of MyLabs, military, what's the name? MyLab is military. I forget, but it's underground military bases. That's all it is. And Ukraine's got the worst of the worst. Like you hear about Los Alamos and all those evil ones in New Mexico and Nevada, they're nothing compared to the ones in Ukraine, because they have no government, they have no legal jurisdiction in Ukraine. It's all U.S. jurisdiction, so anything goes under Ukraine and underneath in their MyLabs. It's just sickening what they were doing down there, and a lot of the black goo's down there. And as soon as you touch this stuff, you're instantly possessed by the strongest and most evil of demonic entities. You're instantly possessed. It's awful. It's the epitome. It's the exact opposite of matter's antimatter. Its main job is destruction of anything living. That's what black goo is. And the Egyptians, the Sumerians have been using black goo for millennia and centuries. They've been using it forever. Like the Aztecs, any kind of civilization that did any type of blood sacrifice of their enemies or children, the black goo was right around the corner, and that was the basis of their most high-tech religious arsenals. Always the black goo. Well, anyways, this black goo is in this nanotechnology, and this reptilian DNA is in this chip of the beast. And as soon as they insert in your forehead or your hand, they instantly the symbiotic relationship of the chip to the body forms instantly. So you can take the chip out 5 minutes after you insert it, but it doesn't matter because the nanotechnology is already moving throughout the body. It's already through the bloodstream within like 5 seconds. It's already in your whole body through your vein in your bloodstream, and that nanotechnology is gonna keep growing and growing and growing until it finally takes over the host, which is the human. It's like venom, like I said. It just takes over the host, which is the human, to where you have no control. You're in the driver's seat, but you have no control of the vehicle. You're watching yourself eat people and being zombified and torturing anyone that you can find, kid, woman, elderly, whoever you can, and you're watching it happen. You have no control over it, but you're feeling the suffering, the pain. You're tasting, sensing, smelling while this is all happening. And you also know that you're going to be in hell and burn there for eternity while you're in the driving seat, just waiting for yourself to get shot in the head, your head being taken off, or you're just crushed to where the symbiote is destroyed or killed by humans or whatnot, natural disaster, whatever. And it's just awful. You don't want to experience it. It's going to be it's like a nightmare in reality. Some of these zombies that are going to be caused by the mark of the beast are going to be living for maybe the whole 7 years, guys. Because it's going to happen like right when tribulation starts. You're going to start seeing zombies and people that took the snake bite turn into these things. It's like the precursor to what the mark is. They tweaked it, adjusted it. They found out what works, what doesn't work. And the mark is the perfect new model of what we saw in 2020. It's like it's adjusted perfectly, and it's going to work effectively and without problems. And the thing about the mark of the beast is that's a kill switch. So as soon as you take it, they have full control of your autonomy. Like they have full control of where you walk, what you think, what you say, what you do. They can instantly shock you. They can put so much pain into your body to where like you can't even move. Like you're getting electrocuted, or you're getting your whole body just crushed by like a compressor or something. They can make you feel whatever they want, however long they want, and whenever they want. They have full control of your body, mind, and spirit then. Your spirit's already condemned to hell. They have full control of it. They can kill you whenever they want with the flip of a switch, and they can mutate you however they want. The symbiotic relationship between the mark and the body literally takes just maybe a day, and has full control of your body. You might not know it, but it does. And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's harder for the body to keep separated from this symbiotic relationship of the parasite, because it's gradually getting bigger, 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 and stronger. And as soon as that mark's inserted into you, that DNA of the Nephilim and reptilian, that spirit or that entity's inside you now. You start getting more aggressive. All your white blood cells start going towards the mark in the forehead of the right hand, and it tries to eat the parasite inside the mark. And then what it does is it starts eating your whole body, because your white blood cells don't know what's going on. It can't really defeat the parasite inside the mark, so it starts eating your whole body. Like your body starts just eating itself. And that's what's causing the zombie effect and the decay, and what makes people look so awful, like just Walking Dead, is because your body's literally eating itself, because the parasite is in your whole body, and it's trying to destroy the parasite through its white blood cells. It's literally just eating itself from the inside out. You start getting more aggressive and more angry, and you just lose your mind like rabies, kinda. And before you know it, you have a full-fledged reptilian demon taking over the whole body, and its autonomy and everything about it, and has full control. And its one purpose and design is to be a human killing machine. It's going to be awful. So you have to watch what you put in your body. Do not go to any doctor's office and let them inject you with anything. I don't care what medicine it is. If you need it, take it in an oral form. And whatever medicine you take in your life period, you sanctify it in the blood of Christ before you take it. They'll try any what way, guys. Even if it's not the mark that they put inside you, they can still put a parasitic organism of darkness inside you by other ways and methods too, guys. And whoever took the snake bite, you're not going to be able to deny the mark. It's going to be like a magnet. As soon as you took that snake bite, you became a walking antenna, and you already have that parasite. It's not as strong, it's not as evil, but you have a parasite inside you that made way for the coming parasite in the mark of the beast, the main one. You already have this evil DNA, so-called, in you. You have this Luciferite in you. You have these nanotechnology, nanobites in you already. They're not condemning you to hell yet, but they already have your body. They don't have your soul yet, but they have your body. And as soon as that mark comes out, it's going to urge you, like a drug addict or a heroin addict to a needle. It's going to make you go to that and take it. You're not going to be able to stop it. That's why it was so important not to take that snake bite. It's just, I mean, I warned everybody. I had fellow family members take it, and it saddens me because I know the future. I had a dream of God actually made a zombie female, like a 30-year-old female, come up to me in zombie form, and I saw her autonomy. Like, I could see x-ray vision like Superman inside her whole body and her nervous system and everything. And she described to me what happened to her, how it happened, and how much pain she's in, and how she regrets doing it, but she can't help it. It's like an urge and a pain, and the only way for the pain to go away just for a little bit is to kill. And blood, human blood, the Holy Spirit and the aura of life is inside the blood, so they just want it. They like need it, like an addict on drugs. It's a constant pain, and she can't control it. She's just in the back seat watching, but she feels all the pain. She feels the thirst, the anger, the need, like every type of suffering you can think of, physically, mentally, spiritually. She's feeling alive in that corpse, in that body. And until that body's destroyed through a shot to the head, the taking off of the head, or maybe like a natural disaster, falling in like a volcano or getting dropped from an airplane or whatever. She's alive. She's suffering. And as soon as she dies, she goes to hell forever. So it's just an awful nightmare for that woman. And she explained everything to me. I know God had his spirit over her so she couldn't hurt me, because I could feel that she wanted to kill me and hurt me no matter what, but he brought the humanity back out of her, the original woman out of her, to talk to me while I saw the anatomy of the inside of this being. And she just had black goo all throughout her blood and her organs. It was like a black nanotechnology goo. It was awful. And these things are super fast, super strong, and they keep going until like their heart blows up, or they get or their brains gets hit with a bullet or whatever. They keep going until they can't go anymore. It's like they run until their heart blows up, then they just fall. Their brain's still active, they can still bite, but they just can't go anymore because of their heart. You gotta behead them or shoot them in the head. So anything that really stops them, you gotta double tap them on top of that with a big round. It's hard to kill. And it was just so hard seeing this lady suffer. And it's just sad, man. And this video is very hard for me to talk about because I feel for these people. And a lot of these people took the COVID shot because they didn't have trust in the Lord, or not yet, and they had to do it for their family or their friends, to keep their job or to help someone else in need, and they took it. And it's sad because they're not gonna be able to fight or deny the mark. They're gonna need it like a drug addict needs that drug. And it's gonna be sad, man, because if the husband or wife takes it, the significant other, of course, is gonna take it, and so are the kids. You're gonna have these people like Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift and all these celebrities promote the mark of the beast as like the ultimate medical advancement in technology to cure any ailment, natural ailment of a human. It instantly heals it, even paraplegics, MS, Lou Gehrig's disease, you name it, it cures it. Even being blind, it cures it. It's crazy. And it's going to be a medical advancement. They're going to promote it to being so cool. And another thing, the mark of the beast, it's going to raise your IQ to like 120 points instantly. It's going to activate your brain, because we use our brain, I think, 10 to 12%. But this chip, the mark, is going to actually activate it. So it's going to activate another 10 to 12% of your brain. It's going to activate it to where you're going to be a genius instantly. It's actually going to awaken a lot of people's hidden gifts, like telepathy, telekinesis. It's going to activate that chamber in the brain to where people not only are smarter than the average man, but they have gifts as well. And that's going to be the promoting of, hey, you need to get the mark in order to compete with the job or the physicality or being attractive or accepted by the community or civilization. You got to take the mark to be equal value to that advanced being. Condemned, but advanced. And that's how they get you guys. You got to be aware of it. Neuralink, it's going to be kind of like Neuralink, but it's going to be a chip. It's not going to be a brain. It's not going to be an attachment to the brain like Elon. The guys, they're like thousands of years technologically advanced, and they tell the public they already have like an iPhone 60 already made. They're just waiting to release it, guys. We're idiots. We're just dumb insects to these people. They have everything planned out, guys. They already have technology thousands of years ahead of us that the celebrities and elites already use. They've always been thousands of years ahead of us. That's what Lucifer means. He's the morning star. He's the light. Technology's the light. He gave us fire, supposedly. So he teaches the Pharaohs. He gave Eve the apple of knowledge. All it was technology and advancements. And that's what the Illuminati is. They illuminate. They have the higher technology. They have the secrets, the hidden secrets. And hidden secrets are always technology. It's what it is. It's all the hidden knowledge is technology. You're not going to see angels of heaven or God riding in a spaceship like the fallen ones do. They're far surpassed that. They fly, or they instantly teleport wherever they want, or they just float. They don't need technology like the fallen ones in Lucifer. They need UFOs. They need portals. They need all that stuff. They need metal technology. They need UFOs and lasers and DNA splicing. And when God can just create it by a thought, it's crazy. And it's sad because these people worship these fallen ones and Lucifer like they're a god, but they're nothing compared to our God. Nothing. They're nothing compared to a lot of our archangels and cherubs and levels of angels, guys. Now, sure, there's some demons and there's some aliens that are very strong compared to us. Like we're not even on their level, and they look like they're unbeatable, and they're just like these big gods, and they're indestructible. But to God, they're nothing, man. Or to Saint and Michael the Archangel, they're nothing. Just to us, they are in this realm. We're in a matrix, guys. If we could use 100% of our brain, and we can actually be out of this prison planet, we're indestructible. We are the most powerful beings in the universe. We are the only beings created after God in the image of Him. We're His children. There's no other alien race or being in any dimension, any universe that comes close to us and who we are as humans. We are the only children of God, the Most High Himself. Every alien species or dimensional being idolizes us. They want us. They want to eat us. They want to splice our DNA. They want to hybrid us with their children because we are the ultimate creation. We're held in a prison planet ruled by Lucifer. They dumbed us down. They shut off 88% of our brain. That's where all the power is. We literally have organic quantum computers in our heads. Our brains could outperform any computer in the whole universe easily if we could use 100% of it. And one day we will. When we get our glorified bodies, guys, every question of the universe ever thought or discovered, we'll instantly know. Like when I was in heaven after the rapture, about to be trained with the 104,000, I knew everything to everybody, every question. I knew every martial art. I knew every book, everything Christ did, everything heaven stands for and God. I knew everything. You know, I was at peace, I was in a peaceful state that I couldn't even describe, and you can't even fathom. It's just unbelievable. You instantly, as soon as you get glorified, you get your crystalline body, and everything's working at 100%, like your brain and your body and your potential. You're indestructible, man. You can create a world just by thought, like instantly. Humans create. That's our main gift. No other species can do that. Most of these alien species or dimensional beings can't even reproduce anymore. We can. That's why our DNA is so sought after, guys. Don't take that mark. Yeah, you'll be superhuman for maybe a year, but like they have full control of you, and they're going to torture you and use you as a pawn at the end game, and you'll never go to heaven. Being condemned to hell is the most awful thing there is. All hell is, guys, is a place without God. That's all it is. You don't want God in your life, He sends you to hell. He gives you free will. He loves you so much. Whatever you decide, He'll grant you. But as soon as you're there, you take that chip, you made your decision. There's no coming back. He gives you free will. Make the right decision. Quit thinking about the here and now in this world, and money, and cars, and women, and sex, and fame. Who cares? 80 years on this planet is nothing compared to eternity, guys. It's like a vapor, like it says in the Bible. We're just a vapor. We're here momentarily. After 2 or 3 decades after our death, no one remembers us. No one. All these celebrities and politicians and these moguls of industry, they all want to be in history books. Even if you're in a history book, they lie about us, about our history. None of the history books are accurate. They're all lies. They're all deceit. It's what Lucifer wants you to believe. Our history is nothing like they say it is. Nothing. We don't rotate on a planet going like 1,600 miles an hour. That's ridiculous. We have caverns inside this world that civilizations bigger than ours live in. There's probably more Nephilim giants on this planet than there are humans. And there's a lot more humans than they say there are. I think they say there's like 6.2 billion. There's almost 10 billion humans, guys, on this planet, really. And they distort the sizes of our countries on the globe. Like, Africa's a lot bigger than what they say it is. America's a lot smaller than Russia and China. I'll tell you that right now. We are nothing compared to them in size. Like they distort our reality so much to where if you knew the truth, it's hard to get discernment and see the truth in all things, guys. It really is, because you have to scrap everything you were taught up to this point and scrap it, all of it, so you can build a solid rock foundation on your beliefs and start from scratch, guys. 20 years ago, I had to scratch everything. I mean, I spent hundreds of hours studying, trying to figure out if the Earth's flat. The book of Enoch alone, I've studied for hundreds of hours. It's just so much information. Is it real? Like, Enoch makes it sound like the whole world's like a mechanicalized, like Swiss watch. It's all organized. It's all methodically planned and executed. It's like a machine. All planets are hollow. They're made by a higher intelligence. Like, it's just crazy, guys. Like, when you start having to realize what truth is and you have to scrap everything, it's really hard. And it takes a real man or woman to scrap what you know and to set a new foundation and open your eyes for what's really going on. But it's our duty as Christians to ask for truth in all things, and he'll give it to you. Some people don't want to know, like in the Matrix. They just want to live in the Matrix. They don't want to know the truth. They don't want to take the red pill or blue pill or whatever. I understand. But if you're a Christian, you have to. It's your duty. In order to crucify your flesh in this evil materialistic world that Satan rules for now, you got to take the pill. You cannot fight the enemy if you don't know who the hell he is and what they are and how to destroy him. This chip is coming. It's already designed. It's already been made. I mean, they got two for everyone on this planet, guys. They're ready to roll it out. They're just waiting for the rapture. They're going to start rolling it out right after the rapture and give you a choice. But after 3.5 years, when the desolation starts in the temple, he's going to force it on you. And I think Christians are going to be running for their lives way before the Great Tribulation, guys. They're going to blame us for everything. And it's going to be sad. Christians can barely walk down the road now, let alone in the United States. It's pretty open and free, but in other countries like China, you'll get killed instantly. The light of the world is in this country, in the U.S. Most of the real Jews and Israelites, the real ones, 104,000, the true Israelites, the true Hebrews, they live in America. They came here, they've come here for a century, and definitely World War I and World War II, most of them came here. All the people in Israel, they're not true Jews. At least the ones not in power. They come from Ukraine. They're Khazarian Jews. They've infiltrated the Jewish Hebrew bloodline. And they say they're of God, but they're actually the synagogue of Satan. When God says that, that's who he's talking about. The Khazarian Jews run Israel right now. Most people in Israel don't even believe Jesus is the Messiah. They believe the Antichrist coming is the Messiah. And they're going to get tricked by, after the Great Tribulation, after he desolates the temple, they'll realize they made a mistake. But they all believe with their heart and soul that this Antichrist coming is their Messiah. None of them believed Jesus was the Messiah. None of them. They believed the Pharisees that we faked his resurrection. We hid his body. They all believe that. And Israel right now is trying to start nuclear war. They have to. They want to, because that's the only way they can bring on their Messiah, the Antichrist, is through nuclear war. There has to be massive destruction and nuclear war in order to bring on tribulation and the Antichrist. We're so close. It's a miracle alone that we haven't started nuclear war yet. For there not to be a nuclear bomb going off on this planet in the last 2 or 3 years is a miracle all in itself, guys. all in itself. Only God can prevent it from happening so far, and he has. Like, I never thought in a million years we'd be here. I thought we were gone last year. We could be here till next year. I don't know. It's all in God's hands. He's the only one. The Father's the only one that knows the time. But we can know the season, and we do know the season. The season's the Feast of Trumpets. It's going to be the end of September, the end of October is our window to leave, to be raptured, the elect. Anyways, there's 3 raptures. The elect had to be raptured during the 20th September to the 31st of October. It has to be that window. I think we're right around the corner. I think it's any second. You got to prepare, guys. Screw your job, screw your car payments, screw all that. I know it's hard for you to think like that way, but you have to. You have to put God first in everything you do and get into heaven and making this rapture. You're not going to make tribulation. Like I said in my dream yesterday, it's going to come so fast, so aggressively. It's going to come from every side, and you're not going to be able to know what to do. Your head's going to spin. On top of losing your loved ones and family right in front of you, you're going to have to think quick on your feet. And you're going to be physically and mentally and spiritually fit. You're going to be able to run 1 or 2 miles straight. If you can't, you're not going to make what's coming. There's no timeouts with these zombies and these foreign armies and these aliens. They're not stopping. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the video today. The mark of the beast is coming. It's already created. The patent's on the internet. Just look it up. Bill Gates patent. I forget the patent number, but I know 2020 is in it. And I mean, it's out in the open, guys. They got to tell you what they're going to do before they do it. It's a cosmic law. That's why they show you all these shows and movies like The Walking Dead, because that's what's coming. Instead of the zombies being slow and dumb and idiotic, they're going to be very methodical, fast, and evil to the core. Jesus is knocking. Answer.